coffee machine so that you don't cook your coffee by hand. And now they had these music machines, and of course people think, okay, they do it alone. You don't have to do anything. They make music alone. But of course, this isn't the case. It's even more complicated to make music with synthesizers. And as a little funny joke to this question, is the synthesizer a real instrument? Klaus once answered, of course it is, because a violin or like a concert piano doesn't grow on a tree either. It's not natural that you can play. You cannot pick a violin from a tree. You have to build a violin as long and as thorough and as detailed as you produce a synthesizer. And that's where this quote came from.
The quote came from. And then, so when you have the book completed, you send it to, Klaus, family, to his kids. And what was his reaction? He liked it as far as,
Well, I was a bit curious because I really tried not to be like more the fan writing about his idol. So I wanted to maintain an objective look on his life and work. And so it's not everything rise and shine in this book. It's also about his too much smoking, too much drinking, too much girls, and everything that wasn't so good in his career. And I was a bit afraid if he perhaps read these chapters, if he is like upset with me. But
or send a lawyer. Send a lawyer.
But I got the ultimate approval from him on New Year's Eve. On New Year's Eve, his studio technician Georg Stettner wrote on Facebook a little not announcement, like a greeting from Klaus to all his fans. And by the way, thank you, Olaf Lux, for his lovely book about me. So Klaus personally, via his friend Georg, thanked me for the book. And 2 weeks ago, I got a copy back. I sent him 2, and he got me 1 back with a autograph from him. So my first autograph from Klaus Schulze is in my own book.
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful story, man. Man, unbelievable, man. And how many albums, Klaus, ended up producing? Over 100, right?
Sorry, what was that?
How many albums or CDs or recording did Klaus Schulze end up?
Oh, I haven't counted them. It's so many. It depends if you count the big sets, box sets, as 1 or as 50. Yeah. So it's between like it must be around 60 or 70 normal studio albums, plus the big boxes.
Yeah, and then plus the live recordings, right? There's some.
And the live recordings, and a few soundtracks.
Yeah. Do you like some areas better than the other? I mean, the early stuff, the middle stuff. Is any? Of course, they're all different. But if you let's say, if I put you on the spot and say, pick the best 3 according to Olaf, what's the best from a fan point of view, right? What are the top 3 albums from Klaus Schulze?
That's very hard. Just 3.
3, only 3, right? Silhouette, for example. Silhouette, I really like it. I don't know.
Well,
but the early stuff, of course, is very good. Moon.
Like of course, I think with every music, the ones you hear first are you love forever. Yeah. So for me, the first were Irrlicht and X and Body Love.
Yeah.
But if I have to pick only 3 of the whole
thing,
oeuvre, I would definitely pick Mediterranean Pets, because that was the first CD I bought on my own as a little pupil. And then perhaps something special, like I very much like one of the the recordings from the contemporary works boxes. There was one of them called Privé or Private, which is very chilly music, very relaxed, chill out music. That would I pick as third. But tomorrow it would be three other albums.
And Klaus was involved with what's called the IC record label, right, at the beginning, right?
Yes, he founded it.
He founded it. And I think Tommy yesterday that innovative communication has changed hand so many times. He's hard. I don't know who owns the IC. I end up buying a lot of stuff from Bandcamp recently, and I'm trying to get some musicians that play, in the record label. Some are. I'm trying to get a hold of some of them. I don't know where they live or if I have a Facebook page, but that was very, very, very interesting record label. I see.
Well, I think he founded it in 1979.
Yeah.
And really, the first artists on that label are classics now in their own respect, like Peacock, the band of Tommy, Robert Schröder, which Tommy mentioned.
Yes.
Then we have Clara Mondschein, which is in really a guy called Walter Bachauer, but he called himself Clara Mondschein, like Clara Moonshine. It's just a pseudonym. But all these, I think the first like 20 or 30 albums from the IC label are classics today and very hard to find because they mostly were never properly released later. And then this was beginning of the 80s. And then Klaus got in touch with Rainer Bloss. Rainer Bloss was his partner for a long time. He played on Identity and the GQ Poland live album, and they made these drive-in albums together. And with Rainer Bloss, Klaus made the longest tours ever, like 60 dates in a row, every day in another town. And during this period, Klaus was so long absent from his home and from the office of IC that he didn't have much more overview about it. So the guys who were left there to take care of it suddenly had a different approach and made some bad decisions. And in the end, Klaus came back from this long concert tours and said, "What are you doing here? I don't agree with you. I want to get rid of all this stuff." And he sold his part of IC to them. And from then on, IC is not longer a Klaus Schulze related anymore. And they instantly started with all this like easy listening and light jazz stuff and all this, what you now find when you buy like IC records or CDs on eBay or on the internet, all this very easy digestible, easy listening stuff from mostly USA. Most of them is boring stuff. But the really first things are really classics today.
Do you know if there is a list of the top 30 that you mentioned? There gotta be a website for that, right?
In my book is a perfect list.
Okay, so I need to get your book. Yeah.
I will send you.
No. But when I go to Germany, you sign it there. I will pay you for that. But because I would love to. I own. I have about, I don't know, like 20. I bought the stuff by the two guys. I forgot the name, but they call themselves Software.
Software, yeah.
Yeah.
Peter Weiser and Peter Mergener.
That's right. Yeah. Michael
Weiser and Peter Mergener.
Yeah, and I I would love to interview them. And I think Michael, of course, Michael had been helping me out a lot. And Michael told me, well, this guy is on Badcamp and the other guy's in Facebook using a different name, whatever it was. So I sent in an email. I would love to interview them. I like software stuff, but Michael was telling me that there were one person was like a businessman. So they were using like a different artist, right? And they put the name software like them, but there were other people writing the music. So there's no right there. Is that?
The thing is, you have to be a bit careful with Michael Weiser,
Yeah,
because
that's right.
he is no musician. He had just the idea. He got to know Peter Mergener,
Yeah.
who he is a really fine artist. He wrote all the music of software that you like and also I like.
Yeah.
But on the sleeve always says music by Michael Weiser and Peter Mergener. But Michael Weiser never played any instrument. He just he made the photography of the artwork, which is nice on the albums, and he developed more or less the concept behind the software, whatever that means. The thing is, he to this day he will also brag about how this is all his stuff and his inventions. And be careful if you talk to him. It's not always correct what he will say.
I got you right, but at least the top 30 the top 30 in your book. Yeah, I would love to get those. Some are on eBay, but of course I did, as I say, I don't know the top 30 list, right? So if you look for innovative communication eBay on Discog or whatever, Amazon or all the website, there are some of them. Some are difficult to get, and of course I don't know what are the best ones, right? So will be you tell me that the top 30 would be good. Yeah, definitely. I wanna try to get them because I want to listen to good. I listen. I'm always looking for new music. Yeah, I have a lot, and I have done okay in my life, but I'm always looking for new artists and new people, and so I'm always going to, let's say, Spotify, right? And I say Klaus Schulze, for example, right? And then I say Klaus Schulze radio, and they mention a lot of artists. So then I will, okay, they recommend an artist. And I go and I say, man, this guy's good, and I try to get a CD. So it's like a disease. It's never ending story,
I think the problem is that there is so much music out, so many good artists.
Yeah, so many. Yeah.
When I started with my Klaus Schulze forum on Facebook, of course, I soon realized a lot of the members also make music at home for themselves, or some even published some stuff like Michael did. And on the occasion of our 10th anniversary last month, I put together and compiled a sampler of music of only of members of our forum. It's also available on my Bandcamp page for free. So if you want to discover good electronic music of the differentest kinds, look on my site. It's called Schwebende Musik, which translates to floating music. It has a chessboard cover. You will soon recognize it. And it's free for download. You can listen to like 3 hours of finest music from people you have never heard of.
That would be great.
Plus one track from Michael Bruckner.
Okay. Yeah. So it's a lot of music. It's a lot of, as I say, I'm always looking for new stuff, and if in a way, if the radio, because things are going to be put in the link on the website, some people can buy your album. That would be great. 4 or 5 years that you spend is a long time, and so hopefully you can, recover little by little, recover your investment, and
as you know, Klaus played together with a bunch of guys in this Go project.
Yeah.
Like with El Di Meola, Michael Shreve, and Steve Winwood, and of course the Japanese Tomo Yamashita. He was the head of this Go project, and he met Stomo Yamashita because a few years before he produced the Far East Family Band, which was a Japanese like prog rock band. They called them the Pink Floyd of Japan. So and they have two fine albums. Like the first is called Nihon Jin, which translates to Japanese people, and the second was called Parallel World. You have to check them out. The Far East Family Band, produced by Klaus Schulze. Wow. And with this, when I researched that, I get in touch with more like Japanese music, and there's brilliant Japanese music around, Japanese jazz, Japanese funk music, Japanese like there's not only Kitaro. That's what I want to say. Like everyone knows Kitaro and his like soothing electronic music, but there is so many cool music, cool artists from Japan, and that's one of the things when you start on YouTube on one video, and 4 hours later you realize you have sit there and listen to music for 4 hours and lost the time, because one leads to another, and it's everything is interesting.
By the way, you know who Ryuichi Sakamoto is?
Of course.
Yeah, that's I like David Sylvian a lot. So since you mentioned Japanese,
I have a funny story about Ryuichi.
Okay, go ahead. Oh man, I love his stuff. Yeah, I like, as I said before, Olaf, that someday I want to listen to, Peter Gabriel. Other days I want to listen to Tangerine Dream. Other days I want to listen in the morning when I drive to work, Kate Bush, and then in the afternoon, Popol Vuh, whatever. So I have like a wide, people say, do you like electronic music? Yeah, but I do a lot more stuff than electronic music. I have a big, a taste for it. Like one person told me in an interview, say, well, there is good music and there is bad music, and you like good music. I don't know what that means. So that's, So, but go ahead with the story of Ryuichi.
Yeah. As you know, Klaus gave his last concert in 2010 in Tokyo, in Japan. And the funny thing is, there was a certain Ryuichi Sakamoto in the audience, because, of course, he knew Klaus, because they have some similar backgrounds, but they never met. So he wanted to meet Klaus after the show, but the officials didn't allow him to go backstage. And they tried to convince them, hey, come on, Ryuichi Sakamoto is one of the most famous Japanese artists, musicians, composers, and he wants to meet this guy. And they didn't allow it. So they were like 10 meters from each other and were not allowed to meet. So, of course, Klaus and Ryuichi were very disappointed, I guess, because they missed the opportunity to meet them. Yeah.
You know what I was thinking in Japan? And of course, I'm not telling you anything new. There is electronic music is very, very popular down there. And the economy, the income per capita in Japan, is big, right, compared to United States. So maybe it's going to be a big demand in Japan where you can sell your book. Of course, you wouldn't translate it to Japanese, but try to get a hold of Japanese publisher companies and then tell them that you wrote a book about that. See what maybe they can take like the equivalent of the PDF document or the Word Microsoft Word document and somehow translate it and then publish it somewhere. Maybe look into that, man. I don't know if you.
I think I have only one order from Japan so far.
Because they don't know. That's the thing. Maybe to a publisher will help you, right? In the quality of I have from Japanese pressing, right? I have a lot of a lot of this, I don't know, like 200, 300 CDs or 300 vinyl from Japan. So I have a lot of stuff. Maybe one day I will listen to all the stuff. I don't have the time. But you can approach a publisher company,
Claudio, the thing is, on the one hand, of course, I want to sell as many books to spread the word to the people.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I don't make much money out of it. So if the demand would double, I would be in trouble, because as I do everything on my own. So today it's like 1 or 2 books a day I have to send, or sometimes 2 days nothing and then again. But if it were like 10, 20 books every day, that would be hard to do for me.
You need to print it. You need to go to the post office, package it, send it, collect the money.
Collect the money.
Yeah, well, try collect. Reach out to some publisher company in Japan. Maybe they could. Maybe, I don't know, if you have the stuff in a Microsoft Word or a PDF, you can sell them the rights in writing. Sell them the rights to be published in their own country, instead of you sending a physical copy of the book. You understand?
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's just a half a year out now, so I will cover the first demand on my own, and perhaps later I also think about perhaps releasing like a little bit cheaper paperback of the book, than with a publisher, and then worldwide everywhere. So
you gotta record your investment. How many have you sold in Germany, if you don't mind? Ballpark figure.
Let's not talk about numbers here. Enough. Enough.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. And man, but I'm glad that Klaus Schulze, the man himself, end up approving and reading the stuff, and the kids like it. So, man, but 5 years, wow, that's a lot of work, man. You gotta tell a couple of funny, if possible, on the recording, and don't say anything that you don't want to regret. Like, it gotta be funny stories, right? About Klaus Schulze concert, right? The equipment didn't arrive, or whatever, or he went to the wrong place, or it was like an earthquake. Yeah, there gotta be some funny stories about weird, crazy stuff that happened to Klaus Schulze with all the concert that he did.
What's funny is how reliable the post services around the world seem to be, because until now only 2 books have disappeared. So one book I sent was a first order from America, and I sent it, and after like 3 months nothing had arrived. And first, it's always because of COVID and problems and everything, but because nothing arrived, the guy obviously got in contact with me and asked, hey, what should we do? And I sent him another copy, which then arrived. But another weeks later, he received just the address sticker that was on the package. Just the sticker in a bag was sent to him, like, we lost the book, but here's your address sticker. I think, what's that about? So there was a funny incident why they would send the sticker without the book, but it must be get lost anywhere on the ship when it was shipped. And the other was some guy in Italy who, after weeks and weeks, talked to me, wrote to me, the book is still not arrived. What shall we do? And I sent him another, but he had to promise me, if the first book will arrive any time, that he will contact me, that he perhaps can send it to the next one in Italy.
Of course, yeah, that's
mind you, a few weeks later, hey, I got the second book. So we figure it out, and another guy in Italy got this book, and so
He sent it to him.
in the end, is really only one book is lost. So
That's very weird, man. Because
what is weird is that even South Africa and Australia and Hong Kong were quicker than the US. It was a nightmare to send to America.
wow, how's the situation with the pandemic now? Then Germany is completely open or not yet?
Not yet. It still depends on if you're vaccinated or not. So you have a bit more freedom to go outside and have stuff. But mostly you still have to register when you go into a restaurant that you are there and stuff like that. It's still not over. The problem is with this new variant, this Delta variant, a new it's like a completely new virus, and it starts again. And well, I fear that we will deal with this forever, like not the annual flu. We have the annual COVID pandemic and have to get on the vaccines and stuff. But we will get over it. I think we will adapt.
Well, I hope so, man. As I say, I got my vaccine shot about 4 months ago here in the United States, and I wanna. Here is much but it's safer, quote unquote. I don't know if it's safe or not, but at least the venues, September 1st, all the venues will open here, so you can see. I will be able to go and see a lot of shows in September, October, and so forth. And but
so any side effects from the vaccine? I see.
No.
You have no hair anymore.
No, nothing. No, that's a myth. There's no. Some people that die for some vaccine, I'm quite sure they have other issues before they took the vaccine. All this, the Pfizer, the Moderna, and they're very good companies. They spend billions of dollars, doing research and try to, figure out how the stuff works in order to create a vaccine and where you can put in your arm. So you read so many stories about that they are injecting you, stuff to keep track of you, and that's stupid stuff, nonsense. All my friends and the company that I work for and people I know, no side effect, nothing. The second one is more strong because you need, depending on you need to take one and then wait a couple of weeks and then take the other second shot. And it's strong. So you are weak for 3 hours and you sleep or you're tired, but the next day you're fine. There's no, and
as long as you can listen to good music, there's no problem.
Yeah, that's right. I put good music. If I need to take the day off from work, because I'm tired from the vaccine, I stay home and listen. And but the companies now in the United States are making it kind of mandatory. If you want to go back to work, which I am, I go to the office like 3 days a week out of the 5. The other 2 I work from home. You need to show that you have vaccinated. So because it's like they need to prevent for the rest of the people not to get sick. Although here in the United States, there's a lot of freedom. So you can know in the Constitution of the United States be obligated to do things, right? The government cannot force me to do this or that, vaccine, whatever it may be, right? But there is common law. Common law say that the majority should override your individual right because it protects the whole. It protects the whole country, the whole community, whatever. So that's what companies can say. Well, if you want to go back to work, you need to show us a piece of paper that you were vaccinated, and we will give you an incentive. Whatever. Because if you're not, right, then the other people that are working can get affected and you can die, whatever. So although they cannot, it's going to be mandatory September 1st. And many, I've been going to the office for 4 or 5 months already. Nothing happened to me, but it's going to be kind of mandatory to, show the vaccine, that you wear black before you go back to work. Because
Well,
some people like it, some people don't like it. But what's the risk, right? Even if you don't believe, right? You don't want to die. You don't want to get sick. Maybe I'm lying. I will bring the COVID to the whole company. That's kind of foolish mentality,
the thing is, there are just two opinions. Like, you get vaccinated and you don't get ill, or you refuse to get the vaccine, then you will get it any time in the future. You will get it.
Yeah.
So there are those, I think the normal people who say, okay, I believe in the vaccine and that will protect me. And then there are those who refuse to get the vaccine, but they have to deal with the virus then when they will be infected. So in the end, everyone will be immune, I hope, until the next thing comes up. What was a bit disappointing for me here in Germany was that all my friends and colleagues in the US still got their shots when I was still waiting for. Like, we didn't talk about, I work for a US startup which is based in Las Vegas, and when I talked to them, they told me, oh, vaccination is no problem here. You go to the nearest whatever pharmacy or a doctor, or even at McDonald's or whatever, you can get a shot here. There were no restrictions like you have to be such and such old, or you have to have some bad conditions beforehand. Everyone was vaccinated, and they are 10 years, 20 years younger than me. And I was still waiting for my first shot. So that was a bit disappointing that the German government was so, like, over-regulating everything. Like, instead of just, come on, everybody, we have the vaccine, who wants gets it, and get rid of it as fast as possible. So now they get back in track, and I hope now it will.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because Germany and England probably are the two most advanced, so to speak, countries in Europe. So they have the means to buy that many doses from all over the world, and then have a good distribution systems to apply to. So I'm surprised that.
Let's stop talking about COVID. I have another funny story about my book sending.
Yeah.
Just remind me when you talk about the UK. You definitely know about Brexit, like England leaving the European Union, and there was this one guy ordering my book from England, and of course he paid the normal package fee for inside Europe. Like, there are a fee within Germany, and then there is a fee for Europe, and then there's a fee for rest of the world. Like, and of course, more expensive. So he ordered when England was still in the EU, and when the package finally reached the border, there was a Brexit one day before, and then from one day to another, the payment cost doubled, and they wanted they didn't want to deliver it because I had to pay more for more shipment costs. But I covered that because the poor guy from England, he was no Brexiteer. He voted for staying, but he couldn't. When he bought it, it was this and this fee, and of course I would cover the distance, the difference. But so the Brexit, it had an impact on me personally.
Of course, yeah.
Give me my €8 back.
That's right. You want, yeah. I'm surprised that some countries are behind. As I said before, they're very well-run countries. To Germany, England. So they're, why would take that long if here in the United States You can buy something from Amazon, wherever it is, whatever you want for Amazon. You can buy a car, and it will be arrive you hope tomorrow or 2 days after that. How in the world a company like Amazon can have a good logistic, good system to deliver anything to anybody in the world, and a country like Germany, or a country like England can know they're months behind the stuff. That's poorly run, if you ask me. I don't, no
Yeah,
good, man.
I'm a bit.
Bureaucracy,
I have a little bit a problem with Amazon because
Yeah.
in the end it kills all the normal stores in the
Yeah.
city. Like everyone is buying on Amazon, and no one goes out into in the city centers anymore. And there's so many.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I'm saying
deleted.
it's not efficiency. That's efficiency. It's a very good distribution system.
Yeah,
You know.
but the cities are dying. It's a bit sad.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to any bookstore anymore or whatever. You can always click in the internet and it comes to your doorstep. You don't have to leave the house anymore.
Yeah, basically. If you can order milk, I don't know, from Amazon, but
You can order a cow, I think.
yeah, very much, or a plane, or music, whatever. Like I do. I buy a lot of music from Amazon and eBay, all that kind of stuff. Man, it's getting late for you, Olaf, man.
I don't know how long do we talk now?
Like an hour and a half.
Are you kidding me? I think you say stop after an hour.
Yeah, no. But it was very nice talking to you, Olaf, man.
Thank
Definitely,
you.
when I will send you the link tonight when I upload it to the radio, you will be sleeping, and we'll be in touch. And as soon as I can, I want to fly to Germany for a week, and then spend, I don't know, 2 days in Berlin, 2 days in Frankfurt. I don't know. I need to plan it, figure out where. But I want to meet all these people I have talked to, musicians, and people have been very nice, man.
Well, actually, you just have to come over. We will cover all the details.
Yeah. Okay. So and I need to figure out the logistic. People. Ulrich told me, come to London. I show you my studio, and then told me yesterday, no, I pick you up at the airport. Just show up in the Frankfurt airport, and then Michael's 20 minutes from here, and and then the guy from Danny today from Popol Vuh, I say I will take you out to dinner with your wife, and I say, I will buy you a drink. He say, no, not only that, I will introduce you to all the Amul Dual members, some of the Popol Vuh guys and whatever. So you don't know how lucky I am to have this show and these interviews, man. I never thought I would have this kind of reception, and I just started. I mean, this interview is number 78, if I remember correctly. Will be 78, and I have like 20, 30 people that send me emails now. Hey, I like your interviews. Can I be in there? I say, I have no idea who you are. Oh, no. This is my Bandcamp. I play with this guy. I play with that guy. So now me, at the beginning, I was sending email to everybody. I'm creating a radio. I like your music, whatever. Now it's the other way around. People are reaching out to me. So you know how lucky I am, man. I'm a very lucky person who talked to.
And I am the first non-musician.
You are the first non-musician, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, I'm honored.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah. And I wanna, I tried to get a hold of the founder, of course. And now I know Klaus Schulze was for IC. From IC, I pinged the record label, Belgian Record. I pinged the guy from ECM, and so I have a list of people I need to go back and try to scale. So I'm very lucky to, I never thought I will be able to talk to people from Genesis, from Todo, from all the big electronic mixes. 6 people from Tangerine Dream already. I'm very fortunate. So I'm very. That's why I decided, Olaf, to do. Well, all the radio need to be free. I don't want. I cannot charge anything. I will never charge anything. And all the interviews are there going to be for life, as long as the internet exists, for future generations, and to listen to good music and see the interviews.
So you say now I'm eternal. I'm
You're eternal, right?
Yeah.
50 years from now, if the world have not go crazy and still too many people, I need to get a hold of Ryoshi Sakamoto. I need to get a Sylvian. Hopefully I can have some people from Pink Floyd here and
What about
Led Zeppelins.
what
So
about
many
the
Huh?
Kraftwerk guys?
Who?
The guys from Kraftwerk. What about them?
Kraftwerk, they have no reply. The only person I interviewed with Kraftwerk at the beginning was
Not even Klaus.
Michael Ruther.
He was only a short time here.
He was a short period of time. That's the closest that I have been. If you know any contact, keep me posted. Let me know. Send me an email. Make some introduction.
Well, I could perhaps give a contact to Michael Shreve.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah.
From Santana, and
yeah, that would be.
And maybe Marian Gord from Alphaville. I don't know if you know him. Alphaville.
No, I know the band. I don't know him. Yeah, feel free to put them in touch. Yeah, Kraftwerk will be okay, but of course, there's some people never reply to you. You know.
Yeah.
You know, I go to Facebook and I go to Instagram. I go here. Some people are friends like you know, send an email. This is a good guy. Give it a chance. Sometime that. So another guy who sent me an email a couple of days ago. Yeah, I noticed that you're a Tangerine Dream fan. Yeah, I said, yeah. And he will try to put me in touch with other Tangerine Dream. I wanna, you know, like Jerome, and we talk about why, you know, Jerome doesn't want to be associated with Tangerine Dream or whatever for the issues. So I say, well, let's talk about your music, Jerome music. Forget about Tangerine Dream, right? Forget about, and then Linda Spa also trying to get a hold of her, and have been difficult. People don't reply, you know. So, but it's growing. The interviews are growing. Hopefully soon will be 100 and 100. I put goals of every 25. My goal was 75. I did it. Now my goal is 100. Then 125 and the base, and maybe create other radio. I don't know. That's fun stuff for me. Yeah.
I will definitely stay in touch and see who comes in front of your screen the next time.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Olaf, thank you very much for your help again, man. Have a night, and then hopefully we'll see you soon down there in your own country, and then we'll have dinner or something, man.
So, and I'm so interested in who now won the game. I still don't know.
I know. I check it out. Hold on. I tell you. I think it was. Give me 1 minute. If I remember correctly, I think Italy won 3-2 on penalties.
Oh, penalty. Okay.
Yeah. So they went 90 minutes, right? Then they play another 15 minutes each side. Yeah. And if it's still tied, they go to penalties, and then Italy.
Oh.
You like the Bundesliga? You like
England?
You like Do you like Bundesliga? They
not very much.
No, you don't like soccer that
boring.
much?
It's always Munich winning. It's boring.
Yeah, why? They were buyers. They're very rich. That they can buy any player.
I'm more like American football.
Yeah. Well, you really do? Yeah, you like American football? Yeah. See, I like a sport where different teams will have a chance. Exactly. In Spain, it's always Real Madrid, Barcelona for the last 34 years. In England, it's very different. In England, it's very, very competitive. So some years will win this guy, then the other team, and then every week when they play whatever, Manchester City against the last guy on the table, this is a very good game. They're very competitive. So it's good when there's competition, but in Germany, the Bayern Munich, they're so rich, they can buy any player in the world. So the other, nobody else have a chance. That's foolish,
That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's foolish. No good. Yeah. All right, Olaf, man. Thank you very much again. I will send you a link. We'll stay in touch, man. Appreciate it.
See
Take it
you.
easy.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.